I want to determine if these could be the side measurements of a triangle. And it says that we use Pythagorean triples for these, okay? But really, we could test this out with any values. It doesn't have to be Pythagorean triples, but we approach it the same way. I simply plug it into the Pythagorean theorem and see if it works. But again, make sure you identify C first. So like this one, that's the largest value. That's the potential C value. So now that's the one I want to use by itself. So here I do 10 squared plus 24 squared. And I want to see if it equals 26 squared. And again, one of the easiest ways to do this is just to kind of go in ascending order. Go from least to greatest as you plug this in. And you use a calculator for these. We're not going to know what some of these squared values are off the top of our heads. That's okay. And here I add them up. And that one works. So instead of just saying yes or no here, I'm just going to say, yes, this one is a right triangle. It could be the side lengths of a right triangle, okay? So yes, right triangle, okay? And then I test the next one. If I want to know, hey, could this potentially be a right triangle? This is the biggest value. That's what I have to plug in for C. And I simplify. And when I add this up, I get 80 equals 100, which is ridiculous. That does not equal that. So these could not be the side lengths of a right triangle. And then this one, once again, the biggest value, 16, that's the one I have to use for C. Again, I'm just testing these things. I'm seeing if this ends up giving me a right triangle based on the side values. And now I continue to simplify. Let's see, that's a 289. And once again, these are not equal, which means these side lengths couldn't form a right triangle. So no, these are not a right triangle. All right. So Pythagorean triples are just sets of values, 3 numbers that work for the Pythagorean theorem. And then we can use that same concept to test side length to see if I have a right triangle. All right, if the Pythagorean theorem works, then yeah, it could be a right triangle. If it doesn't work, then no, I don't have a right triangle. Okay?